They're some of the top leaders in Baltimore, and they share a common goal.
To stop the bleeding in a city where almost 9 out of 10 murder victims last year were African-American males. ABC 2 News' Jeff Hager with more on this call to action. Jeff?
Jamie Kelly, organizers are billing this as the most comprehensive recruiting effort of its kind. And the mission is to end what some are calling a form of genocide on our streets. He grew up in Park Heights in the 90s, a hotbed in the most murderous decade in Baltimore's history. And City Councilman Brandon Scott knows something about survival.
The difference between my friends that are living a successful life and those who are dead or in jail is simply that the community, the parental, the family, and community structure, as I often say.
On this day, Mayor Stephanie Rawlings-Blake's promoting her call to action to end African-American homicides.
The fact that of our 211 homicides last year, 189 of the victims were African-American men is simply unacceptable. Police
don't have a breakdown on their known or suspected killers, but they have a pretty good idea.
The reality is that they're most likely African-American men.
It is a point not lost upon community leaders who've been working in earnest for decades to save young black men from these mean streets.
When you talk about all over the country, the likes of Trayvon Martin or Eric Gardner or even Michael Brown, all of those are black faces. But nobody's talking about the other side of the conversation. What are we doing with African Americans killing other African Americans?
Next week, the mayor will host her first forum in hopes of bringing all of the many caring groups and agencies strewn throughout the city together to recruit volunteers, mentors, and role models to save lives. And a survivor like Brandon Scott says that's what it will take to make a difference.
I have friends that didn't have anyone at home, didn't have any mentors, so they fell by the wayside. Whereas I had a family at home and I had mentors, and I even had mentors from strange places. Some of the people that were ordering people killed in my neighborhood were the ones that were advising me to stay in school, go to college, get an education, don't get involved with this life. So it can come from all over.
That first forum will get underway beginning at 6 o'clock next Tuesday evening, March 24th, at the Empowerment Temple on Primrose Avenue in Northwest Baltimore. Jeff Hager, ABC 2 News.
All right, Jeff.